DJ Dean with another product review. This one I've been waiting for a while to do a review on this particular item. This one is, as you can see, the Numark Mixstream Pro Go. And the reason why this is a Pro Go is because it is battery operated. Battery operated, and also one of the most usable features for me on the go is the speakers. These have speakers that are very good for you to prep, even for some mixes at home to use. And depends on the venue that you're in as well. You could use them as a monitor, but if it's a very loud venue, then you won't be able to use these these speakers, because they won't produce that much sound in that type of environment. But for in-house use, on the go, in the airplane, at the airport, certain places, is very functional, very good. The speaker volume knob is right here that you could adjust. The main volume is here. Now, as you can see, that I still have the stickers on these, and I've had this device for over a year. I've had this particular device for over a year. Let me go ahead and have it powered on. I've had this device over a year. I've updated it to the 503, which is the most recent at this time of the recording this video, the firmware update, and I've had no problems with either using it standalone or using it connected to a particular software, which my software of choice is Serato, and it works with Serato Pro as well. This works with Virtual DJ. Of course, you have to have your own licenses for Virtual DJ, but for the Serato Pro, you could use this as well. So this is my thumb drive that's in. I've rarely used this as standalone. My first time using this with standalone, just with USB, was yesterday. Using it with a USB, no computers whatsoever. And the main reason for that is because I've not had my crates arranged the way I would have loved them to be arranged, just as I had them on Serato, have them on my thumb drive. So I had the opportunity to do so with this particular thumb drive. We'll get a look at the back in a few minutes. I'll just point out some of the things that I don't prefer about this particular device is the pitch. I think we could have adjusted the pitch, but I know because of where the speakers are positioned, there's not much space for that to keep things uniform and stuff. But I would have loved to have a longer throw on the pitch slider, but it's still useful, still usable to use on this type of device. Now you can see, even over a year, I still have not removed my stickers. This may be the opportunity for me to remove these plastics. Even on the screen, I still have it on my screen. I take very good care of my devices. Everything I have, I try my best to take very good care of them. Right, so the buttons are very useful. These are more plastic buttons here. The pads are padded, nice, soft, rubbery type pads. They're underlayers as well. Depends if you're using a standalone or using Serato. There's multiple functions underneath these pads as well, but it comes generally with a cue, the loop, auto loop, and the roll functionalities here. You have the sync that's right here, and of course, if you press the shift, you have additional functionalities under these. I won't go into too much details where those things are concerned. Now you have your 4 effects that's here. That's on the device itself. You have more effects as you go. Also in the Engine DJ software that you could use on the screen to adjust those as well. You have your load buttons, you have your view, and you have the toggle switch for each effect. And when you toggle your switches, or you select the effect comes on screen. You can make adjustments for those particular effects as you go, but you could either keep it in the hold or kind of trigger it by pressing down. All right. The VU meters, nice as well. Headphone selections. This has engine light. This is a setting button, but then you have the light. So you have the lighting option that runs through these, like it does with the Prime series as well, and also the Rain one, the new Rain one that came out recently. You could do the lighting through this with sound switch lighting that's already built in, and you don't miss any functionality from that sound switch with what this Mixstream Pro Go has that the Prime series, the Denon series, whether it's a Prime Go or the Prime Plus or Prime, Denon Prime, you have those, or even, as I said, the Rain 1 systems. The lighting is also built in, and here you go within the lighting, right? Goes right into sound switch lighting. You could choose the Pro or the Basic. Won't go through those. There's so many videos out there for that, and I'm also not one of those persons who really uses the sound switch actively on a frequent basis like that. All right. The knobs here, very useful, small, useful. You have the central lock right here. You could feel when you turn it that you're in the central position as well. You could feel it, not on the gain. No, you won't feel it on the gain. And you also have, I forget, the filter. These knobs are a little bit on the bigger side. Didn't have to be that big. In my opinion, they're one of the biggest knobs on this, where they are the biggest knobs on this device. All of the other buttons or knobs are very unique and uniform in these types right here. These are more black. The ones on the for the mid treble and bass or low end frequencies, they're more gray. All right, so this is the headphone section. Have your headphone volume. Also, if you want to mix it in or just want to have it queued to just what you have playing through whatever channel you select. All right, again, main volume, speaker volume. Again, speakers is only for these speakers that's built into the device, and then that's your main output volume. So let's take a quick look at the front. We just simply have dual headphones, so 1/4 inch and a 3.5 millimeter jack, and you have your mic input, all right, and the volume control for your mic. All right, let's look at the back. On the back of this device, you have the main output, which is XLR, and you also have the RCA. So it gives you those two options for output. Though it doesn't come with the boot output, these are the two output selections that you do have on this device. Now you have 4 ways of connecting to this device. There's a USB slot right here, or the SD card, and you have these 2 USB slots. So you got 2 memory cards plugged in, right? And then you have the one that goes to your computer. If you want to run Serato, Virtual DJ, Record Box, any one of those other softwares that you want to use on your computer, you could do it through that connection as well. And of course, you have your power button and where you charge your device, right? So most people would not have heard the discussion being made of this device not being considered to be a pro device. Not sure why that's one of the things that's being said out there, but as a professional, this device is a pro device. And I've been DJing for many years. That doesn't mean anything much, but I'm just letting you know that as a professional, you could use this particular device. The jog wheel, these 6-inch jog wheels are very good. I actually prefer these jog wheels to the one that I have on my Prime, my Denon Prime 4. I actually prefer these. The one on the Denon Prime is not, soft to touch and easy to respond like this one is. The spin back on these are very good. The one on the Prime is a little bit more heavier, a little bit smaller as well. Not that the size of those matter, but the size of these are very functional as 6-inch platters, and they're very, as you can see, they move very easily. So I do like these. I do prefer these, and I must take these stickers off. It's been over a year now. So anyhow, what else? I'll play something from here, but you have the multiple sources that you could connect with. Apple DJ Tidal, of course, the Amazon Prime that this came with. You have the Dropbox, and you also have the Beat Source or Beatport. I know they recently had some changes recently. SoundCloud as well. Now, one of the things that really got me yesterday when I used this device was the Bluetooth. So I didn't realize that this Bluetooth, I know it had Bluetooth out, but I didn't realize that the Bluetooth in was on until recently I discovered this. So if you have your device, you could connect your Bluetooth and you could choose which one of the channels you want to have that Bluetooth device play through. So if you want your Bluetooth device to go through either channel 1 or channel 2, you have the functionality of the fader and also the EQ knobs, right? The EQs and stuff like that. You have that with you. But if you go to the main output, which is your main output, that's coming from your device, straight through this, no EQing, no fader controls, then you could go directly to the main output. It is clutch for me because again, like for example, Spotify. I choose to use Spotify because I have a Spotify subscription which works through Serato, right? But it doesn't work on the Engine DJ as of yet. Hopefully, Engine DJ, come on, we could get something going with that. All right. So I had to go through Spotify, stream that song into this device, and use it on my main output to play that particular song. All right. So even though it's not one of those other options that I have selected that's on this device, I did still have access to it by Bluetooth. All right, could be used for YouTube or even another person's or customers or clients' Bluetooth device. You can have them stream into your mixer. Very easy to connect, just like any other Bluetooth connection type device. You could also have it connected very easily there. You have the volume here as well, volume control, because you could increase your volume for whatever Bluetooth device you're using. You could adjust the volume and you'll see the volume adjusting on whatever Bluetooth device that's on as well. Computer mode, that's also self-explanatory for those who use other softwares like Serato Virtual DJ. Once you plug your computer in, then you go to computer mode to switch to that. Wish we had like the recent Rain one, the Omnisource, where it doesn't have any interference when you're switching between services, whether it's a service provider that's on the standalone or going into computer mode, that it doesn't have any lag. But for these, there's still that for now. Hopefully there's a firmware update that will resolve that. I'm not sure if the current internal portions of these or components of these had that capability. Not sure. But one of the things I do like and recommend about Engine is that their firmware updates always make their devices seems brand new. So if you want to have continuous play, this is how you have your continuous play. And as I said, I won't go through all of the selections and options that you have on here. Just know that this is a very useful device, professional device. The sound card that's in these, whether it's through the microphone or the output, sounds very good. It sounds very good without any mixer connected to it. This by itself produces good audio output that is very useful in a professional environment, professional setting. All right, beat grid on the device itself is clutch as well. Man, I'm telling you, it is so useful. You have 3 different views how you want to have your songs viewed on while you're playing. Day mode is also on there. It is an awesome device, y'all. Awesome. If you're familiar with Engine, you will be familiar with this device easily. It will be an easy transfer for you in understanding how these devices work and how to get it up and running. Very good. All your library loads very quickly. Artwork is on there. You could preview a song in your headphones just by on the device without loading it to any one of your decks. Then you could prepare it. You could slide it, any which way you want to go. And hopefully you could see. But anyhow, this is my feedback on the Mixstream Pro Go. I've used this as my main mixer or controller, even though I had a Prime 4, which is the flagship, and it's very useful as well. But I have just been using this as a workhorse. Has never let me down, never failed me. I said, love using it, functional in every environment, and I've not yet had any issue using this as a professional. So for those who think that this is just for babes or just person that's coming in to to learn how to be DJs and practicing and stuff like that, of course it could be used for that as well. But I'm telling you, as a professionals can use this as well, and it sounds really good and it is very functional. On the price point of these, I think it's at I won't mention the price right now. A link for this is going to be in my description as well if you want to pick yourself up one. Again, DJ D and Wholesome Entertainment. This is my professional feedback on this particular device. This is the Mixstream Pro Go. Battery operated. I've used it on battery as well, just to make you know. And the sound quality does not dip. When you unplug the power cable, there's no interference in the audio either. and it plays very, very good. Very, very good, right? You can create your playlist in the Engine DJ software on a computer, load it into your stick, and it's ready to go. Or you could even have your USB SD card on the insert, and you could just always have it like that, plug into your computer, and you could do any updates to any of your playlists as you go. All right. So again, I'm out. DJ Dean, Wholesome Entertainment. This is my professional feedback on this device. That it is a professional device and it's very useful, very functional, and I've enjoyed using this for over a year. All right. Take it easy. Signing out. Have a great one. Bye.